Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. When last we left off, we were working on, and here's the same one, the Hobnanigans. If you're into playing chicken ball and getting up to the weird sporting event that the halflings have up there at the Breetown Fairgrounds, there's your quest. We're going to decline it. You do need at least 2 other people on your team and at least 3 other people on the other side in order to have a good game of chicken ball. So take that into consideration. But when we last left off, we were here just south of Bree. We were here working through the skirmish. We did the introductory thing. Now we have to complete the defense of the Prancing Pony. You saw we have a situation requiring urgent attention. Brigands and ruffians have used the distraction of the enemy to take over Bree. Remember this particular one, these skirmishes are all take place at different times and at different places throughout Middle-earth. The different times part is the most important part of this to remember. Because, for instance, this right here is talking about the enemy having taken over Bree because Bill Fernie and them left the door open. And Bill Fernie and Harry Goatleaf. And, of course, we're standing here with leaves on the trees and a bright, sunny Breeland afternoon. So just remember to take that in consideration. Time changes so much in Middle-earth depending on where you are and what you're doing. Remember, it's still, if you're over there in the Shire, it's just barely September 22nd. Frodo has just left Bag in certain parts of the Shire. He is just arriving at Crick Hollow in certain parts of the Shire. And yet here in Bree, time keeps passing as you go further until you get over to Rivendell, where at certain parts of Rivendell it is December. So there you have it. And this right here, depending on which one of the skirmishes you do, time varies as well. We are deep in the winter time whenever the cold snows came and the brigands were taking over Breeland. So we are going to go ahead and continue along. We did the introduction to the skirmishes last time. This time we'll do the defense of the Prancing Pony, which is the first of the skirmish maps that you get. I guess, simplest one of them, really. And we're going to go ahead and do it and see if we can get it on out of the way. So, complete the defense of the Prancing Pony. Skirmishes. Open Instance Finder. There we go. And you see all the instances that are in the game and the ones that are available for us to do. The defense of the Prancing Pony is this one. We have done it a number of times now. So we're going to launch it, get on in there to talk to probably Second Watcher Heatstraw, and go and defend against all the minions of the Dark Lord who are coming into the lands. And we will see y'all again in just a moment here. Defense of the Prancing Pony. The inhabitants of Bree have spent the occupation holed up within the Prancing Pony. Angered at their uprising, the brigands have decided to burn them out. You have level, in this case, the level's usually the level that you are or the highest member of your party is. In this case, it's a solo one. And this particular one is a tier 1, and we'll get 100% marks. Most of the skirmishes as we get further along, because this one is we're doing kind of the introductory. As we go along, it will allow you to choose separate tiers. As you see, you can do tiers 1 to 3, however big a group you want it. In this case, it's a solo. They'll hang out all the way. I think some of the instances go all the way up to, you know, raid size of like 24 people or something. We'll go ahead and travel now.
The inhabitants of Bree have spent the occupation holed up within the Prancing Pony. Angered at their uprising, the brigands have decided to burn them out.
And here we are at the Prancing Pony. Second Watcher Heatstraw is here. We're going to be getting attacks from, I think, 2 different directions. I think they'll be coming up the hill from the gate there and up the hill from the south gate. And as you see, yes, it is nighttime, deep in the winter. Let's go ahead and get our bear up. We will bring up Bobo. And we're going to bring up our soldier. There we are. And then we are going to talk to the second watcher here. I am glad to see that you have returned, friend. We have made it here to the Prancing Pony in your absence and have been holding it, but I fear we won't last much longer. The brigands are coming at us with a vengeance which I cannot match. I am glad to have you by my side once more.
You will need a stronger ally for this foray. There are many ways soldiers can be trained and outfitted for battle. Archers, warriors, protectors, sages, bannermen, and herbalists are all willing to answer your call. For this battle, a warrior will be to our best advantage. Will? Tom, come out here for a moment. Speak to Will, purchase the warrior role trait. Then speak to Tom and complete the soldier's training.
Traits for your soldier can be purchased and ranked up. Purchase the warrior role trait from Will, then speak to a Tom to slot it. Once that is done, call forth your warrior. Okay, so we've already called him forth. Let's see, we got a dismiss here. Don't know if we do. Pet menu, dismiss him. There we are. A skirmish bard, which we don't have here, but that's what Will and Tom are going to work as. I guess Tom is the bard, since he's got the mandolin or lute above his head. Skirmish bard will allow you to slot your soldier traits. Attribute scores. Traits determine the overall behavior of the soldier and set their appearance. Skill traits give your soldiers new combat abilities. Training traits improves your soldiers' statistics. Personal traits improve your statistics within skirmishes. You can exit a skirmish anytime by canceling the skirmish quest or right-clicking on your portrait and selecting Leave Instance. Oh, that's a good one. There's a wonderful GTA Online VR video out there starring Stephen Ogg, who does Trevor. Guy gets a set of GTA VTR goggles, puts them on, ends up in a GTA world, and as everything's blowing up around him and all this stuff, he turns to Trevor, and while they're paddling in a little boat in a lake, and says, this is great and all, but how do I get out of here? And Trevor says, I've been kind of wondering that myself. So, yes, it's nice to know how do you get out if you need to. Okay, let's talk to Will. Tutorial, Defense of the Prancing Pony. When you were taking the south gate, you moved through and took the enemy's bastions, claiming them for your own. Here we are defending the Prancing Pony and the bastions we have claimed, while the enemy comes to us and attempts to take them for their own. Okay. And then we'll go train skirmish traits. We need to train the role of warrior. And there will be a 0 cost here, I suppose. Roll warrior, level 19, rank 1. You train your soldier to be a warrior. A warrior wields 2 weapons and will concentrate on defeating your foes, specializing in dealing damage to multiple foes at once. This will give our soldier medium armor. He's going to do high melee damage. He has a special ability of bypass armor. He has minus 166 armor penetration, plus 180 morale, and plus 109 power. So we'll go ahead and train that. Wonder how many times we can train. Oh, we got a lot of marks, don't we? We got a ton of marks here. Role of warrior. Can we train him up again? I guess because our marks are right up here. So we got the role of warrior to start with. I wonder if it'll let us train him a second time and have one that's above our level. It will. Oh, we could keep right on spending marks, couldn't we? Remember, when this first came out, the first little skirmish tutorial here, it was designed for people that really didn't have any marks. So there we go. Let us now talk to Tom. Tutorial, Defense of the Prancing Pony. Which he doesn't have anything to say. Oh, there we go. It is impossible to be sure that your soldier is It is important to be sure that your soldier is properly trained for the role you wish him to fulfill. Or her, remember. Because you can get female traits. Make sure to pay attention to the other members of your fellowship, their abilities, and which soldiers they will be calling forth. In this case, we will simply want to manage the traits. And to do that, we are going to slot the second rank warrior here into attributes. Hello. And that's training? Oh, it's red. There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't do that before. Got any other skills, training, or personal? Nope. We've just got the second rank attribute here. And let's go ahead and confirm that. Do you want to accept this arrangement of traits? If you accept, all companions will be dismissed. Warning, if you change your legendary traits, any previously slotted skills granted by it will be disabled. Yep. And we have lost our bear as well. Let's go ahead and get them both back up. We will summon our soldier now.
Very good. The warrior will increase our offensive capability and allow us to cut through waves of enemies.
In many skirmishes, there will be other NPC defenders who will assist you. Some are important and must not be lost. Others will not be necessary to protect. All defenders will provide you with bonus marks if they survive at the end of the skirmish. Let's talk to the second watcher. Oftentimes, during skirmishes such as these, you will find you have other allies, such as myself, aiding you in your battle. In some cases, if those allies fall, you will lose the skirmish. Defeat the first assault.
Will, Tom, get back inside. We'll handle this. Prepare yourself, my friend. Their first wave approaches.
Okay, let's go and get to it. Take them down. Let's keep our bear fighting along as well. And it looks like our warrior's doing okay.
We have a moment of respite before their assault continues.
And as a defense, they will come to us, so we don't have the barricades and the flags to capture like we did on the earlier one. On the tutorial one, remember we had the flag. Once we defeated them, we had to capture the flag. Regroup and consult with second watcher Heatstraw. Okay. We often know little about the enemy's forces or where exactly they may be coming from. From scouting, I know that we are facing brigands, half-orcs, and wolves of varying skill and strength, but I do not know what combination of those might come to us at any point. Stay on your guard and be prepared to alter your defense at any moment to best defend against the enemy's assaults.
The enemy employs a number of terrible lieutenants, specially trained enemies with unique skills. It is difficult to know which lieutenants march with the enemy until they arrive on the battlefield.
Just a way of telling you that the forces...
I caught a glimpse of a large orc with this force. Be prepared. It could come at any time.
Forces of the soldiers and the lieutenants, the more elite members that you'll see.
Here they come again. To arms!
Will be kind of random. A lieutenant of the enemy has joined the battle. Bobo, tell me you're fighting. This is a protector of the vial. Okay.
moment of respite before their assault continues.
Do we have to talk to you again? Yes, we do. Second assault has been defeated, so regroup and consult with Second Watcher again. That orc was one of the lieutenants I was speaking of. You did well to defeat it.
As you encounter and defeat more lieutenants, you will learn more about how they affect the battlefield. And what you can do to expose and exploit their individual weaknesses. They all have at least one. I believe we are nearing the end of this battle. Defeat this assault and Bree will be free once more. Here they come!
Boy, he had to speed his up a bit, didn't he? And this is one case where, yes, if I was going to do these skirmish battles, I would definitely have to learn the hotkeys for like controlling your pet and all. Architect of the Assault has entered the battle. It would be nice if we had an area effect, wouldn't it? I'm out of here. This isn't worth dying for.
They have been vanquished.
Third assault has been defeated. Drithlours has been vanquished, and Bree is free once more. There are many different skirmish rewards available. All of them require marks earned from accomplishing goals within skirmishes. At various skirmish camps around the world, you will find characters willing to barter you those rewards for the marks you have earned. You saw the pile of marks we've had. Marks are just like the destiny points and the turbine points. They're just yet another currency in this world that are tied to your account rather than tied to your individual characters. And all are piled up. So as you saw, there were a hell of a lot. Can the marks get listed on here? Let's see. Marks. Yep. I've got 23,925 marks that Gnarlo has earned over the years. So there you are. 210 medallions, 2 seals, 605 shards. A lot of things there. Bree is safe. You have done us a great service by aiding the cause. I could have held for a short time, but that half-orc with Bill Fernie and Harry Goatleaf surely would have done me in had I been alone. I thank you greatly for your aid.
Near the major locations of Middle-earth, you will find skirmish camps. Bree, Rivendell, and Thorin's Hall, to name a few. There you can barter your skirmish marks for new and better soldier traits and gear and equipment for yourself. Safe travels, my friend. Perhaps we will meet again in another skirmish against the enemy. For now, I salute your courage.
We have completed the defense of the Prancing Pony. Report back to the skirmish captain. And as y'all know, I mean, any of y'all that have been playing this, skirmishes have been in for many, many, many years now. They came in what, the second or third year the game was around? So they've been around for 8 or 9 years now. So, in fact, red text will probably tell me down here when skirmishes came in. So y'all know how it works. This is just a little bit of a introduction, and mostly to get Gnarlrynae through so that we've got the skirmish stuff out of the way. We will have to level up our skirmish soldier because, as I've said, there are a few parts of the epic line where you have to actually fight with your soldier. Don't ever have to do any of the skirmishes here if you don't want to. They're a fun diversion at times. Something to do whenever you want to jump in and do some marks and all, do these little instance adventures, like almost like instanced outdoor dungeons almost. But there are a couple of places in the epic line where you have to pull your skirmish soldier out and go and battle with them. I thank you again for your help in freeing Bree. It will be long before what you have done is forgotten. Travel back to Bree, and let's talk to the captain there at the camp once more. Let's get rid of Bobo. Bye-bye, Bobo. Go and play and eat your spectral honey in whatever astral plane you're in. And let's talk to the captain. Skirmishes.
How can I be of service?
You have done well, Gnarlrynae. Bree is safe, and more importantly, the townsfolk alive. Not many could have managed to do both. The war has started, and I feel you will be more than a simple pawn in the events and battles to come. Scattered around Middle-earth are camps like this one. They are places where opportunities to fight and win skirmishes against the enemy can be found, and gratitude and rewards for service can be earned. The enemy does not rest, does not waver, does not stop in his quest to claim all of Middle-earth for his own. We must not stop fighting back. Welcome to the war, Gnarlrynae. We're going to get 50 marks for this, replace some of the ones that we burned up. The Skirmish Field Manual that talks about traits. The Skirmish Basic Rank Training 2. You have been taught advanced knowledge about how to engage in skirmishes against the forces of darkness. And then we get to choose one. Instructions that you share with your soldier, allowing him to become a more effective warrior. Deal high melee damage, focus on multiple targets. Okay, so this is one where we want a warrior, an archer, a sage, which is your debuffer, your banner guard, which is a buffer, herbalist, which is a healer, or the protector, which is the tank. Interesting. For right now, we are going to go, since we got a warrior, we're going to go ahead and choose the warrior one. And we have finished the skirmishes. There we are. So we don't have skirmishes anymore. We'll continue with warrior for now. We'll do a little research online in the forums and all about which one might be a good one for a lore master to have. As far as warriors go, we pretty much got a pretty good warrior with our pet there, at least here at the beginning for a while. So I'm thinking that when I was doing it before, they were talking about, the ones that were talking about a lore master mentioned using a guardian or banner guard to either buff you and your pet up or to act as a tank and kind of taunt things off of you so that you can sit there and use your spells and sick your pets on to do the DPS, you know. But we'll see. That is in the future. In the meantime, we thank y'all for coming along. And I think Gnarlrynae will think about where we're going to do next. Are we going to see what may be left? We're going to go and finish up the deeds in the area. Is that something we might do before next time? Or will we be heading north to Trestle Bridge and the North Downs? We'll see as time goes on. We will talk to y'all then. Thanks y'all for coming along as always. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.